Hello Capricorn, this is your tarot forecast for the month of May 2016. This is a very general reading. If you'd like a private consultation with me, please send an email to duniazad@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. All the informations are below. I'm going to use the Tarot of the Renaissance and the Mini Rider-Waite. It's going to be the astrological wheel spread, which is 12 houses, and each house has 2 cards, so it's going to be 24 cards. And in your case, Capricorn, for May 2016, I think you had 7 major arcana cards, or 7 trumps, if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 in total. So I'm not in 24 cards. 7 trumps. It's not exactly a very transformative type of month, but there can be some sort of change for some of you. So in the first house, which is the house connected with the self, with your personality, the way you view things, the way others see you the first time they met you, so your facade, more or less, your perspective upon things. Also, it speaks of the physical body. The cards that came out for you were the Devil and the Justice card. So the Devil and the Justice card. The Devil is connected with the sign of Capricorn, so it's you showing up here very clearly. The Justice card is connected with Libra, in balance and contracts. I would say that maybe, usually some, not all, sometimes, and some Capricorns are a bit obsessed with the material part of life. So they really obsess about money, about making money, about having money. So I would say that during this month of May 2016, you don't obsess so much. You might sign a contract that puts your mind at ease, because it gives you, and there are other cards that tell me to say the same, that gives you some sort of stability in terms of finance. So there's balance in that way, and you're not so obsessed about money because you feel safe. So there might be some sort of signature of a contract that might kind of change your material life and giving you serenity and balance. The second house is a house connected with the way you make a living, with your salary, with the money you earn. It has other meanings, but I'm going to read this more as the money with self-esteem also. I'm going to read this more as the money you earn. You have the 4 of Cups and the Queen of Cups, Capricorn. So first the 4 of Cups and then the Queen of Cups. I would say that you are really serene about the money. You feel rather confident and at ease, because there's no type of stress with you connected with your salary and with the money you earn. Just total, I would say, relaxation. You know it's coming, you know it's there, and you feel just really okay with it. You don't have to worry about that. Also, another way of reading this is that you are a very wise person, and you might be even a leader, and people like you, and you are empathic, and you can use your intuition to make money. So if you are in sales, you are the type of person who's very serene, who's very balanced, and who uses her intuition. I'm going to say her, but it could be him also, it could be you, it could be a man or a woman, doesn't matter. And people come to you because they connect to you on an emotional level, and they like the way you are, your serenity. So you make money by having that type of behavior. Just people come to you. Also, you use your intuition. You use your intuition and your ability to be calm and relaxed. And this is how you attract money into your life. The third house is the house of communication, vehicles, siblings, neighbors, the way you speak. It has many different meanings. You have the Knight of Swords and the 7 of Coins, or the 7 of Pentacles. So the Knight of Swords and 7 of Pentacles. Many different meanings. It could be that you might have like a sibling might be there's some sort of conflict with a sibling. If it's not a sibling, it's a neighbor. And you're not responding immediately. You are thinking before talking, because you don't want to approach him or her in the same aggressive sort of way. You want to be serene, you know. You want to be controlled, you know. You want to control your thoughts before you respond, before you give an answer. It might be that your sibling, or even again your neighbor, is behaving in a very impulsive way, in a very impulsive manner, doing all sorts of really having a stupid type of behavior, and you want to approach him or her, but again, you want to think before you speak, because you want to be really pragmatic and to the point, but not hostile or aggressive in any manner, in any way, before you approach him or her. Another way of reading this, there might be some sort of message that comes out of the blue, and it might be a phone call, might be an email, might be a letter, whatever, something that comes like really quick, and it might come to you in a very aggressive way, even a very violent way. I don't want to say that, but to some, and you don't, before you reply, you want to think before you reply, because you don't want to respond to it with the same type of energy. You want to have control energy. Another way of reading it is that something happened to your car, and you need to buy a new car, or you want to buy a new car because things are going well in terms of your career and profession. You have the money and you want to buy a new car, and you're thinking about it, and you're probably thinking about how I could buy a Porsche, I could buy a really fast car, a really great slick car, but you are, you know, sensible, you are sensible, so you're thinking very hard, maybe throughout all the month of May, Capricorn, about the type of car you want to buy. So it's not going to be an impulsive sort of, you're not going to buy it in an impulsive way. The fourth house is the house connected with your home, your domestic environment, also with your mother, with your family. You have the Knave of Swords and the Hierophant, or the Pope. So the Knave of Swords and the Hierophant. It might be that for the first time, for some of you, you might be buying your first house. You might getting, like, you signing the contract for the loan to buy your house, or you might be approaching your bank to revise the terms of your loan. Maybe suddenly you have money, so you think, okay, I can, you know, pay immediately like 50% of my loan. So you might be approaching your bank, which is represented by the Hierophant, to revise the terms of the contract. So to, you know, pay a big chunk of your loan, or just to revise it. The fifth house is the house connected with love, with sex for fun, with fun and games, with pets, with children, your children or your kids, your sons and daughters. You have the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Wands. It might be that your child fulfills a long-held dream. He or she accomplishes a dream. I don't know what dream it is, but let's say he or she wanted to join the, I don't know, football team or whatever. So not necessarily something like that. Whatever dream he or she had, he or she accomplishes that dream, and your kid, your child, grown-up child even, is feeling really glad it's really glad. It might even be something like opening up his own company, something like that. It's not necessarily or dating the woman or the man they always liked. It's a dream, a long-held dream, and they achieve it. It might mean that if you're not married, you start a very loving and passionate love affair with someone new, and you, that type of connection that you see in dreams, it kind of feels like those fairy tales type of stories. It really gives you tremendous joy. If it's not that, if you are already married, it might mean that, or you have a long-term partnership. It might mean that during this month of May 2016, Capricorn, you are feeling really passionate towards your partner. So there's lots and lots of passion in your connection, in your relationship. Or you might getting a pet, something like that as well. I would say a cat, I don't know why. Like a relaxed type of pet, like the type of pet that's really always relaxed. The sixth house is the house connected with your daily work and chores, with the work itself, with your co-workers, your colleagues, your health. And you have the Queen of Pentacles and the Judgment card. So first the Queen of Pentacles and then the Judgment card. The Queen of Pentacles, to me, it's you all again showing up. That's why you appeared in the very first house as the Devil, because the Devil is connected with Capricorn. And right next to the Devil, there's the Justice card. There's serenity and balance, also the signature of a contract. And then in your work environment, you show up again as the Queen of Pentacles, because it represents a woman. Again, not necessarily to be a man, but majority of the ones who see me are women. Low, like 70% of you are women, 30% are men. That's why, because the card that show up is a queen, a woman. I'm going to read this as a woman, but again, not necessarily. The Queen of Pentacles is someone over in her late 30s or over the age of 40. And she is from an earth sign like Capricorn, you, or Virgo, or Taurus. She's a leader, she's pragmatical, she's very good at money. She's very good at money. She's like a motherly type of figure. She's good with business. So you show up in your work environment, and right after you, there's the Judgment card, which is a big transformation in your work environment. So there's something going on in your work environment that I'm going to read as positive, because there are other cards here in your reading that tell me it's a positive change. Even if you are no longer the boss, it's still a positive change. I don't know why. To me, to most of you, it's a very positive change. In the seventh house, which is the house connected with your spouse, husband or wife, or your long-term partner, even though you're not married, you could be together for the last like 10-15 years, but you're not married. Also, the house of contracts, it has other meanings. The cards that show up were the Knight of Pentacles and the Fool. So the Knight of Pentacles and the Fool. Many ways of reading this. It could be that you sign a contract which will give you stability, financial stability, not a lot of money, maybe not the type of money that you hope for. Also, maybe you sell your business and you stay on as middle management, it could be, but it gives you serenity because you're no longer worried about money. There are other cards to me that tell me that, but it's a new contract that might give you stability in that department. If it's not you, it's your spouse, because it's the card connected with your spouse or your partner. Your partner gets a new job. It's a new job. It might be a very boring job, like it's the same thing day in and day out, and blah, it's boring, but at least it has stability, and that's a very good thing. Capricorn likes stability a lot. The eighth house is the house connected with sex. sex for intimacy. The 5th house is sex for fun. The 8th house is sex for intimacy. Death, the occult, taxes, and shared resources. The money that you have with a business partner, or the money that you have jointly with your romantic partner, with your spouse, your long-term partner. You have the Ace of Swords and the 3 of Wands or Rods. Ace of Swords and the 3 of Wands. So there's a new beginning in terms of joint finances. Either you got some sort of change in your work environment, or your spouse had a change in he got a job or she got a job. And this tells me that there's success in terms of the money that you both earn, so your joint finances. There's a change in your work environment. There might even be a change in the work environment of your husband or wife, or boyfriend or girlfriend, which means there's like a bigger pot of money. There's more money for both of you, which is a good thing. Or it could be like, let's say that in terms of taxes, you pay less for some reason, and you feel really, I don't see it that way, to tell you the truth, because there's no way you're going to pay less. I'm sorry, but there's no way you're going to pay less. But there's some sort of more money. There's something that will mean, that might be starting new, either for you or your spouse, or for both of you, that will mean more money for both of you. Or it could be something to do with sex. So you might be rekindling your sexual relationship. Could be that as well. But I read this more as money. And then in the ninth house, it's the house connected with higher knowledge. When you go to college or university. Also, it's the house called the house of God. It's the house of organized religion. It's the house of law and justice. Law and justice. The house of traveling abroad. The house connected with foreign lands. You have the Magician and the 4 of Wands or Rods. To me, it might entail a vacation. You're both very happy, you and your spouse. You both feel that you have money. You are both relaxed in that department. So you decide, okay, we never travel abroad, for instance. We never went to see this country or that country. And maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for us to go out. And as a family, it could be you and your partner, or it could be you and your kids. As a family, you decide to travel abroad, whatever. And it's something that you've never done before, and you feel relaxed enough, and you feel that, you feel relaxed enough about money, not worried about money, to go abroad on a trip in a place that you never visit before. If it's nothing to do with you, it might be that a sister-in-law or a sister-in-law or brother-in-law is getting married, because this is the house of marriage. So there's something, he or she might be getting married, even abroad, or you might be going abroad to go for a wedding. Someone is going to get married, like a friend, and you have enough money to go and see him or her, your friend or whomever, even a family member, marry. So the 10th, but I'm reading this more as travel plans in a trip. You and your husband or wife, even your family, you go out and you travel. I'm reading more like vacation. That's how I'm reading. Abroad, vacation abroad. The 10th house is the house connected with profession, career, vocation, the way the society sees us, the role we play in our community. You have the Knave of Cups and the nine of Pentacles or coins. So the Knave of Cups, knave, and then the 9 of coins. To me, this is an offering in terms of your career and profession that will give you financial independence. feeling really happy about the money you earn in your career, in your profession. There was some sort of offering that determined your financial independence. I'm going to read this as that. The 11th house is the house connected with long-term plans, hopes and wishes, the house of friendships, the house of the money you get from your career, from your profession, and you have the Sun card and the 9 of Wands or the 9 of Rods. So first the Sun card and the 9 of Rods. It seems to me that you defend a dream, or you've accomplished a long-held dream, a long-held plan, a project, and you have to defend it. You have to defend the dream, or you have to defend something which you've accomplished. You've achieved something which brings you joy and happiness, but at the same time you feel that you have to defend it. In the 12th house, the house connected with something which is hidden but may come to light, it's the house of suffering, the house of self-undoing, the house connected with hospitals and prisons, where we feel isolated. Also, the house connected, it's a karmic house, and the house connected with spiritual evolution. You have the 5 of Wands and the Page of Wands. To me, it means that there might come a message, a news comes to light, and this news comes to light during the month of May, that might bring with it the discovery of some sort of conflict. And to me it connects with the 3rd house, because again it tells me that there was a message of some kind that was kind of violent or aggressive, and you're thinking about it, you're thinking how to respond to this message, and you don't know how exactly. But there might be some sort of message sent to you, and it might be rather aggressive, maybe unexpectedly, that tells you about some sort of conflict or message with conflict, or a bit of aggressive type of message, or something comes to light about some sort of conflict. But generally, I would read this as a very positive month for you, Capricorn. So again, this is a very general reading. If you'd like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazad@gmail.com, and I'll be delighted to work with you. That's it. Bye-bye.